Honored guests, lend me your ears. Long has our Fevrimond suffered, without a true monarch to guide her and her people. Decades have passed since last His Majesty Erland sat atop the Draken throne. Long have we endured, yet it has not been for naught. At last, the bell has tolled on the age of the Consul. At last, we may celebrate the coming of our rightful ruler. The return of the Sovereign.
My word! Such an inspiring visage.
Your Majesty shall have my eternal fealty.
Your Majesty, oh, how long I have awaited this moment.
Behold, before you sits the rightful inheritor of the Draken throne, chosen by the dragon as its enemy. Behold and rejoice! Fortune has delivered us our savior at last! At last! Praise be, for only the Sovereign's guidance can lead us true. All hail the Sovereign! All hail! Let all present pledge their allegiance to the Sovereign. Let us be united in the hope that our liege's reign will ne'er end. Long live the Sovereign of Vermont! Long live the Sovereign!
Arisen, thou who wouldst slay the dragon, if thou seekest to behold this world in its true aspect, abandon thy reason. Cast aside thine heart and thy life both. I ask thee to demonstrate thy will, for naught but thine ambition can alter the course of the rivers of fate.
Now, which one of you was it? No need to be shy. I've just got to take down a record of your name and face. Come on, step forward. Aha! I thought I recognized you. I ill like that look in your eyes. 'Tis queerly brazen for a pawn. Most of your kind have eyes blank as a cadaver's. Mayhap 'tis only natural, seeing as how you rise from the dead. There's aught different about you, though. Could it be that you fear death just as we mortals do? Worry not, vessel. 3 days here, and you'll be longing for death's sweet embrace. Come along, you feckless dullards.
Mustn't let the captain see my links.
I end up feeling weary even after a day of rest.
Have a heart, cuz. Help me out here.
Get a move on!
Do your injuries pain you? Pray, do not overexert yourself. This is no place for one of your ilk. 'Tis harsh beyond measure. Even we pawns are pushed to the brink. You ought not anger the overseer. Let us proceed to the site.
It's been a hard day.
Time to be heading home. Sets my thoughts in a dark path, this
Supper
place.
and a night's rest is all I'm...
Time for you to get to work.
You are prepared to work. Then you ought begin by carrying stones out from the station in the back and bringing them here.
As soon as my shift's done, I'm off to the tavern.
The vicinity is quite cluttered. Pray leave.
I can't bring myself to do that.
A job well done. Now the next step is to... What is this commotion? Perhaps we ought to investigate.
No, the damn thing's been awoken. You got to fell that fiend, even at the cost of your lives! Get me out of here! Now!
Elementals are using a boat up of the distance. Careful. If your foes should draw too near, counter them with well-aimed kick. Boulders, barrels, and the like can make effective weapons for a clever combatant. When delivering targeted strikes, I would recommend pulling to
Are you unharmed?
Consane!
You ought flee while you can. After all, your charge awaits you. You cannot linger in this place forever. You have lost your memories. 'Tis surely the work of a fell curse, but worry not. You need only believe in your own destiny, Arisa.
God, son it. The accursed creature escaped.
Oi, you! Get back here!
quickly! This way, Arisen! Come this way. Let us flee.
You must, John. It is the order.
No one could survive a fall from this height. Not even a pawn. Don't just stand there! Shoot it down! It's getting away! Bring it down! Bring it down!
Go now, lost soul. Learn all you can of this world you must protect.
Pray, keep your distance, Arisen. Worry not for me. The brine may swallow me whole, but I will not perish. There is a stone not far from here, known as a rift stone. Pray, seek it out. If you're truly the Arisen, then our paths will surely cross again.
Oi! Are you all right? What happened here? A griffin appears one moment and falls the next. And now you stand before me. Was it you then? The one who was riding on its back? 'Tis a wonder you survived. Accompany me to the stronghold. We'll treat your wounds and hear your story. Where exactly is this jail you say you escaped from, anyway? I've never heard of such a place. Still, I can hardly believe it. A griffin, of all things, here. Add to that the recent dragon sighting. It is said that the arrival of the Sovereign portends an age of peace, yet only trouble has followed. What does it all mean? Fie! Goblins! Let's take up your weapons, sir. You'll be needing it. If you find your strength flagging, buy the curative or have a bit of green orange. When one of the fiends comes through, let's guard or dodge, else you'll be sore on the morrow. Make use of the slope. It will give you an advantage against their ranks. Employ guarded attacks to get the enemy to flint. There are oft items to be scavenged from the bodies of monsters and their ilk. If you're not squeamish about picking at their... Where are you going? I'll not force you to receive treatment, but I'd at least like a word. Have you beheld the dragon at least? I'm not, and I count that a blessing. All I know for sure is that 'tis a beast e'er more fearsome than a griffin. One need only look to the miserable state of the village to see that. And let's hope that the Sovereign will rid us ere long. It is no mean feat, to be sure. That's the Sovereign's duty. When the dragon rears its ugly head, the Sovereign appears among the people who steps forth to challenge it. There is much of its prosperity to the sovereignty of certain of time. Though, personally, I'm just glad to know we've got someone looking out for us. Where do you think you're going? You can't just run off now.
Welcome, Arisen. We pawns have long awaited your arrival.
What is this? Pawns? They bend the knee to you so readily, but then... No. Surely you cannot be the Arisen.
You seek the Riftstone, do you not? We can take you to it. Pray, Come this way. Before you stands a rift stone. Tis a gate by which we of the Pawn Legion may cross o'er into this world. Pray, summon your pawn. Simply paint with your mind's eye the loyal attendant whom you would have serve you.
Pawns are oft called nomads, for we wander between this world and the many other realms with which we are connected. I am no exception, and my experiences in these other worlds will doubtless be of aid to you on your adventure. 'Tis my privilege to accompany you as your loyal pawn, and I will gladly use the knowledge I gain to guide you.
Well, I'll be. A pawn summoning before my very eyes. You truly are the Arisen, then. Strange. I thought the Arisen was in the capital. Surely there's only meant to be one Arisen. Fine. This is all beyond my ken. The Watchhead would know what to do, I'm sure. Though, as luck would have it, he's away. I suppose we'll save any further questions till the Watchhead returns. You're free to do as you like afore then. What? You've no memories, you say? Mayhap you could make for Melve, then. 'Twas set upon by the dragon not long ago. The Arisen is said to bear some deep connection to the dragon. Should you be Arisen, mayhap you'll recall aught of import there.
Hail, Arisen. Pray, ask aught you wish to know. I shall answer, if 'tis within my power to do so. 'Tis the name given to fate's chosen, those destined to command the Pawn Legion and safeguard the world from the threat of the dragon. Even with your memories lost to you, I am afraid you cannot escape your fate. Riftstones are gates that connect this world to a multitude of others. By their power have we crossed into this world, and when our mission is done, by their power shall we return to our own. Nomads, we are oft called. Born in other worlds, we travel here by means of the Riftstones that we might aid you, Arisen. However, I cannot speak as to our true nature, for I know of it not. None of us do. We do not need to. We merely do as we are commanded. Very well. May fortune speed you on your way, Arisen.
My talents lie in combining materials, and I'll use those in my possession to craft things for you in my spare time. If we share our strengths, we can begin formulating a strategy that caters to our respective skills.
I've a knack for gathering items and am ever on the hunt for new finds. I'll gladly try out any...
They say thieves strike swift as the wind and sudden as a thunderbolt. I shall endeavor not to disappoint. Are you fit to travel? Then let's not dawdle.
Well met.
A treasure chest.
Fancy a gander? I've fine goods for sale. Much obliged.
Just about anywhere.
It's just another day.
Fancy a
Same
gander?
as the one afore.
I've fine goods for sale.
There's no easy thing.
Going out, are you? You sure that's a good idea? You seem... You ought at least rest for the evening. There should... Only don't go rushing off before you're ready. Take it from me. You're better off resting while you have the chance.
First, assess the... Mayhap this ladder is here for a reason. We ought to put it to good use.
Hoy there. You seem well tired. Tell you what, you can stay here tonight free of charge. I'll expect coin from tomorrow, mind. My pa always used to say, there's naught a good night's sleep can't fix. Not much else I can offer, I'm afraid, but you'll find all sorts at a finer inn. Aye, being armed is better than being defenseless, even if you're untrained. Still, 'tis worth devoting yourself to a vocation if you can. Opens up new doors, it does. You should stop by the inn in Melve if you get the chance. No hard feelings if you prefer it. They've much more to offer.
We must rest, though the sun is still up.
A moment long awaited. I knew 'twas only a matter of time before your skills reached a new height.
There's no discipline that steadfast devotion cannot teach.
I've beds to spare if you're looking for lodgings. And if you'd like to change your vocation, come see me anytime. Do come again.
Pray, follow me.
I've beds to spare if you're looking for lodgings. And if you'd like to change your location, come see me anytime. Do come again.
I see you recognise my worth, Arisen. I suppose I should consider myself honoured to serve.
Hail! You a soldier? 'Twould be a surprise to see you arrive in one piece if not. Hordes of monsters have been plaguing this area of late, you see. We've had to start sending out new recruits to cull them.
Is that so? Who went yonder?
Lachlan. But I dare say he'll fare all right.
Aye, I expect he will. Who was sent out that way, then?
Ocado. To be honest, sir, I'm a little worried for him.
What? Weren't harpies reported in that area? The lad can't handle those beasts on his own.
This is the first I'm hearing of it. Fie! I want to go to his aid, but we can't just abandon our posts. Say, you seem stout of heart. Would you be willing to go in our stead? 'Tisn't far, only a short ways out from the main gate. You've my thanks. And Ocado's as well, I'm sure.
Let us make... Haste, that no life may be lost on our account.
Freshly rested as we are, this battle ought to be in our favor.
We must not let down our guard. Furthermore, it seems the Arisen enjoys traveling in the company of beastrons.
'Tis of little import. We shall serve the Arisen faithfully, no matter our race.
How am I meant to slay the beasts if I cannot strike them? Get down here, you feathered things! Who are you? You come to aid me. What have I done?
Is that all of them? Yeah, you have my thanks. I do not believe for a moment I could have slain those creatures without your help. I've only just enlisted, and when I thought this could be the end of me, I was paralyzed. You saved me this time, but I won't always be so fortunate. I'll have to train harder, till I have the confidence to face such beasts on my own. Well, I'd best be heading back, but I'll be sure to let my superiors know of your good deed. I hope we meet again someday.
Shall we report our results?
Things for supper.
Hail, friend! Many thanks for aiding Ocado. 'Twas a relief to see him return, and none the worse for wear.
Aye, that it was. The poor sod might not have made it back alive had you not intervened.
'Twas a bit too early for him to be seeing actual combat. That much was made well clear. We'll be extending his training period. The instructors here are well known for whipping recruits into shape with their grueling regimes.
Speaking of training regimes, I must admit I've half a mind to ask you to join us. We could use someone with your experience.
We have succeeded in defending our charge. A sign of good things to come.
It was a pleasure to recount such good tidings.
Methinks the troops will get more out of their training if they had us...
Fancy a gander? I find good. Well met. Much obliged.
Come, I'll lead the way.
I'd hasten home, were this not my duty.
We have found a material. I'm sure we'll find a purpose for it in due time.
If you're playing Arisen in search of preferable treatment, you'll be sorry. Your head is like to roll ere long.
'Tis this way.
You want something? Spit it out or piss off.
Have you a different destination in mind, Master? Very well. I shall follow your lead instead.
There will be other opportunities to lead. For now, let us follow. Just yonder. Looks to be a good spot for harvesting ingredients.
No harm in picking a few.
We've got goblins!
We have no means of exploiting our enemy's weakness.
Dare I say it? We trounced our foe well and true.
Overconfidence is an enemy in and of itself. Let us instead strive to better ourselves with every battle.
As a matter of fact, one master I served was quite the carefree soul, shunning armor in all its forms.
Each to their own. I'll collect that. You needn't trouble yourself.
We've a choice of where to go, but how to know the path best traveled?
Let us trust in ourselves and proceed with caution. So, this is Melv. The scars left by the dragon's assault are plain to see. Mayhap a walk through the streets would help jog your memory.
Pitiable Arisen.
Well met. Pleasure doing business with you.
Not buying? That's just as well. Better to be selective than wasteful.
Gold is a resource best spent.
Hast thou forgotten thy destiny, thy charge? That is most unfortunate. But it doth not release thee from thy fate.
Can you hear me, sir? Sir, stay with me. Thank goodness. How are you feeling? This is the second time I've watched over you like this, isn't it? You do not remember? Then have you forgotten that you protected me from the dragon's flames? You withstood the fire in my stead and were well and truly charred. 'Twas terrible. I had thought your life forfeit. I could not hear the beating of your heart. You hung on, and by some miracle, survived. Arisen? I'm afraid I don't understand your meaning. Does it have aught to do with why you were taken to the castle? They said 'twas so that your wounds could be treated, though I fear you have no memory of this either.
I am of the Border Watch. Someone with Arisen-like abilities came to this village, horn in tow. Know you aught of this?
Has he come for you? We are to part so soon, then. Mayhap you will visit me again someday. Till then, take care. Arisen.
Ah, excellent. You must be the one. You match my soldier's description. I'm glad I found you. The ruler of Vermund, currently convalescing in the capital, became arisen here in this very village. If you claim the same, then word must be borne to the capital. I dispatched a missive before coming here, though I doubt the matter can be settled without your presence. Would you be willing to accompany me to the capital? If you truly are arisen, you will be received with open arms. Oh, but forgive me. I scattered my soldiers in a bid to find you. I would not depart without them. We shall have to wait till they are reassembled. Come to think of it, Sir Leonard was asking after you as well. Mayhap now would be a good time to speak with him. Last I saw, he was having a drink at the inn.
Someone must have the answers we seek. If we ask around, we might just find them.
Well met. You're the one who saved Ulrika's life, aren't you? She told me all about it. It was a very brave thing you did. I'm in your debt. Ulrika's as good as my daughter. Here, consider this a small token of my gratitude. Now, tell me, are you registered with a guild? Perhaps you already know this, but registering with a guild will grant you access to specialized training, which comes in very useful when pursuing a vocation. Well now, that won't do. You need only speak with the innkeeper to register. Go on, 'twill only take a moment. If there is aught you wish to know of vocations, mayhap I can advise you. 'Tis a vocation for those who seek to master the sword and shield. Fighters favor a balanced approach, excelling in both offense and defense, and can adapt to any situation. I am a fighter myself, and should there come a time when you impress me with your prowess, I might be willing to impart unto you some of what I know. Naturally, it is a vocation for those who seek to master the bow, an exceptionally useful long-ranged weapon. At close range, however, a bow is nary more useful than a walking stick. Aye, the secret to being a successful archer is maintaining distance between you and your foes. It is a vocation for those who seek to master the mystical arts. Magic. Mages can cast a wide array of offensive spells and aid their allies with magical support. However, the more powerful the spell, the longer one must spend incanting it. Thus, a mage is unlikely to last long on the field of battle without allies to protect them. 'Tis a vocation for those who seek to master the dagger. Such blades lack heft, though this grants them the advantage of speed. Thieves favor light armor, which leaves them more vulnerable to attacks than those of other vocations. Their talents depend upon their finesse and ability to compensate for the length of their blade through sheer agility. Should you dedicate yourself to a vocation, you will find that new paths to master will open up to you over time. Try them as you like. Very well. There is no wrong choice in any case. It is entirely up to you which vocation you adopt. But I shan't take up any more of your time. Pray, be well. Good.
Diligence has borne fruit at last.
Here at the inn, we also offer changes of vocation for those who seek it. I get so few customers, you see, that I can manage both roles myself. But enough about me. Did you need something?
Always a pleasure.
This ladder looks sturdy enough to climb.
Ah, excellent find. A common reward, frustratingly so. We cannot expect gleaming treasures round every corner.
If there is aught you wish to know of vocations, mayhap... Naturally, it is a vocation for the... At close range, however, a bow is nary more useful than a... Very well. There is no... But I shan't take up any more...
So this is where you've been. Come with me to the village entrance. The Watchhead's waiting for you.
We may benefit from pursuing the information.
I am attentive and loyal, and prefer to remain by your side. In battle,
Ah, you've returned. Good timing, too. I have questions for you. First and foremost, will you accompany me to the capital? My thanks. Are you ready to depart, or do you need some time to prepare? Good. Then let us be on our way.
We've got goblins!
we have no means of exploiting our enemy's weakness.
Let my magic grant you an elemental boon.
Good. Let us make for the capital.
Just yonder looks to be a good spot for harvesting ingredients.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here?
No one can defend themselves when grappled like this.
The Arisen is the lawful ruler of Vermund. So it has always been. To claim the title is to claim the throne. Yet, not all claims are true. Our kindred see these many pretenders. They are not dead in life. Let's choose. Regardless,
I shan't let them harm you.
I grant you roaring flame. An obstacle blocks our way. Perhaps we might remove it by force. If a ranged attack is needed, you can count upon my aim. Might I be of assistance?
Another statue? Mayhap 'twill yield us sort of use.
I can foresee no reason not to go see it at once. An impressive view. We can infer much of the lay of the land from here. We are alone here, methinks. Perhaps we might stop a moment and find our bearings.
I quite agree. You're welcome to take whatever you like from my pack, Master. I'd gladly see you put what I find to good use.
Hold here a moment. I shall bid them open the gate.
Who's that you've brought with you, Watchhead, sir?
An Arisen, by all appearances.
An Arisen? Another pretender, you mean? I see the Sovereign's ascension has done little to stop such charlatans from plying their trade.
'Tis uncertain. This one commands the loyalty of the pawns.
What? Impossible. You know as well as I do that there can be but one Arisen, and he's up in the palace.
I'm well aware of how preposterous the idea is, thank you. However, as I do not believe it my place to rule on such a matter, I will make my report to the capital. If the claim is false, we will be rewarded handsomely for our trouble. If the claim is true, however, who can say? All's been arranged. Come, let us pass through the gate.
One never can have too many of these.
Let us take care when and how we put them to use.
An ox cart was meant to meet us, yet 'tis nowhere in sight. Aught may have befallen it. Best we press on.
This seems a decent spot for a campsite.
Surely a rest can wait till after we've... examined our surroundings.
Is everyone all right? More marks of the dragon's fury. Its rampage must have weakened the earth here.
Goblins, Master!
We have no means of exploiting our enemy's weakness.
The Arisen had been drenched.
One might confidently call that a resounding victory.
We mustn't allow ourselves to be disappointed.
I grant your weapon a magical beam.
I dare say the cart shan't be traversing this. Onward! It might await us on the road ahead.
We achieved remarkable synchronicity.
Let us try for the same result with our next attack. Tis a pleasure to meet you. Ah, I'll take that. We might find a use for it.
Use these flames to smite our enemies. Now, what might that be?
We ought to take a closer look.
Well done.
I'll save you!
Know where your help is needed. I have an inkling this place will yield a rarity or two.
Well spotted. Shall we see what we can find? Oh, well spotted. Indeed. Good on you for being so observant. This is generally used as a material.
I'm sure we'll find a purpose for it in due time.
What's this? We're trapped. We'd encounter one here of all places.
Cyclops! Pray, be on your guard! The power of such a torrent is not to be underestimated. Perhaps we can find a way to utilize it.
This could grant us an edge on them, if we use it well.
You have my gratitude, sir. It seems I misjudged you. I had taken you for another false arisen. Goodness knows we see a lot of them. Yet the value you showed in coming to our aid has dispelled such thoughts. Here, take this, as a mark of my trust. Give it to one of the sentinels stationed at the gates to the capital, and you'll be granted an audience with Captain Brandt. You're free to make your own way to the capital now. I see no need to keep you under constant watch, and I'm sure you'll breathe a little easier as well, aye? Of course, if you'd rather continue to accompany us, you are still welcome to join us on the ox cart. 'Tis your decision. Ah, here's the cart now. Do you intend to join us? Very well. Board the ox cart and we'll be off.
I see a ladder yonder, but we can't reach it from here. We'll have to get up there and drop it down.
We're setting out. Jump on if you're paid.
If our destination is a distant one, travel by ox cart might be worth considering. Walking everywhere is certainly tiring.
Goblins! What rotten luck! We've need of your aid again, sir. Stay calm now. We've got goblins!
I'll not stand for this.
Most impressive, Master.
Our foe is not yet routed. A result to be proud of.
Seems we drove them off. You've my thanks for aiding us. Vernworth isn't far from here. Will you join us the rest of the way? All right. Into the ox cart, then.
I was informed of your coming, would-be Arisen.
Captain Brandt, this individual summoned a pawn through a rift stone. Several witnesses can attest to it. Though I admit I had my doubts at first. 'Twould seem this is no mere deceiver.
This one's not a bad sort. Saved our hides on the way here.
As decreed by the great will of our world, there can only be one Arisen. That Arisen now resides within the palace. Indeed, he is our sovereign and the rightful ruler of Vermont. It follows, therefore, that this ruffian before us is naught but a pretender. You must submit to questioning. If you value your life, you will not attempt to flee. I shall conduct the interrogation myself. Stand watch outside. I beg your forgiveness for my insolence, Your Majesty. If the Queen Regent had learned of your existence, I fear your life would have been in peril. I had no choice but to treat you as a pretender, lest my actions draw suspicion from watchful eyes. Then you have truly lost your memory? In that case, mayhap I ought to explain the situation before we proceed. You, and no other, are the sovereign, the only legitimate ruler of this kingdom. Some days past, you confronted the dragon in the village of Melv, whereupon you became Arisen. The people rejoiced, for our true liege had finally appeared, and in Vermont's long years of council rule. Yet, not all celebrated your coming. Your arrival would have robbed the Queen Regent Disa of everything. During the time of the previous consul, she acted as a queen in her own right, ruling the palace as she saw fit. And just after the consul's passing, when 'twas all but certain that her son would take his father's place, word reached the castle that the Arisen had been found. To Disa, your Majesty's very existence is naught but an obstacle to her own family's continued prosperity. The assassination of the Arisen is an impossible feat for mortal hands. Thus, Disa chose to abduct your Majesty while you recovered from your wounds, in order to rob you of your memory with a fell curse and sell you to Batal as a slave. Following that, She prepared a replacement to serve as the Sovereign in your stead. A mere puppet. However, with your Majesty returned, I have no intention of twiddling my thumbs as Disa plays her games. I shall devise some plans to further our cause. Pray, visit me a night in the tavern that we might discuss them. This one's cleared of all suspicion, and has my permission to remain in the capital. You are to trouble the good sir no further. Are we clear?
Pray forgive me, I'm in a bit of a hurry.
Consign it! Get back here! You there! Did you see an urchin in a cap run past just now? Can you tell me which way he went? Many thanks. I'll catch that wretch yet.
You're a kind one, aren't you? 'Twould seem I am in your debt. In fact, there's aught I would ask of you if you've the time to spare.
Aha! There you are!
Oh, apologies, but our chat will have to wait. Till next we meet. Farewell.
'Tis a chest. I shall take a look inside.
As your pack becomes heavier, so too does your step. Perchance you ought to let a few things go.
I don't have all day.
My back's acting up today.
Lots to be taken care of.
If quality's your concern, you're in the right place. What brings you here?
Let him try and stop the scientist. Well met, son.
I've all manner of arms for sale. Come, have yourself a look.
Apologies, sir, but we've not got any archer staves or great swords in stock at the moment. Goods aren't flowing as freely as they used to, see. Seems monsters have gotten a taste for our ox carts, because attacks are on the rise. Strangely enough, 'tis the arms shipments that are being targeted the most. I just hope this doesn't mean the beasts are gaining in intellect. So far, no one's done a thing about it. And if this keeps on, my business is doomed. I hesitate to ask, but what of you, sir? Should you take interest in aiding my plight, pray speak to the guild head, Klaus.
Mayhap this ladder is here for a reason. We ought to put it to good use.
Oh, yes? I possess no ill intent, I assure you. I merely wished for a closer look at these bows. Those of other races differ so in design from our own, you see. I cannot deny I am curious about them. That's all 'tis, mind. Curiosity. I have no desire to actually own one of these contraptions myself. And even if I did, it isn't as if I could purchase one. It would be unseemly for an elf to aspire to such a thing. No matter how they fascinate me, it isn't to be.
I've all manner of arms for... sale. Come, have yourself a look.
Our packs are heavier, and our purses far lighter.
These foreign bows do so intrigue me, but I shall admire them from afar. To be You would simply give this to me? Oh, that is most generous. I would gladly accept it. You have my gratitude. Fascinating. 'Tis not dissimilar from an elven bow in make, and yet 'tis unlike one in near every respect. Such as this bowstring. It looks quite the same, but the tension is altogether different. I suppose that comes from using different materials. Why do you stare? Perhaps you find it absurd that I should marvel so at a bow not of elven make. I suppose I sought inspiration, for I confess I find myself rather lost. My aim has suffered of late, such that my wayward arrows simply will not strike true. The timing could not be more unwelcome, as my skill with a bow is to be put on trial anon. Forgive me. I should not expect you to know of our ways. I speak of the trial of archery, a time-honored elven custom. Every elf undergoes this trial when they reach maturity. Till we succeed, we are not considered to have come of age. I have been training most diligently, yet my skills ne'er seem to take shape. Indeed, I fear my aim has only worsened with each new failing. I grew so vexed with myself that I sought to learn a foreign form of archery rather than master my own people's. Thanks to you, I now have the means to do so, though I dare say I shan't make any headway on my own. Say, would you be willing to give me a demonstration? It might be just what I need to find my aim. Please, sir, you gifted me this bow. I only ask that you show me how to wield it. Many thanks. I'm indebted to you twofold. But this is no place to practice. Would you be so kind as to meet me by the ruins north of Trevo Mine? That's where I train, you see. I'll be able to concentrate on your display of bowmanship much better there. I do hope you'll join me. For now, I shall bid you farewell.
Oh, what does this say?
Shall we take a closer look? Now, here's a surprise.
Our collection grows.
Interesting. I shall have to inform my own master of this.
Well met. You are come to Shakir's Inn, a place of respite for the weary traveller. You will soon forget the fatigue of a long journey when treated to the foremost hospitality in all Vernworth.
We must rest, though the sun is still up.
I trust we've all inspected our equipment.
Come, we've much to be getting on with.
A new day, a new perspective.
Do stop and have a look. I've wares of every ilk.
I'll take it. Hard day.
While you're here, see what's selling.
I've just recalled a little tidbit I heard from the locals.
Regarding the Vermundian military, yes?
Indeed. Tell is, there's been a shift in the chain of command.
I expect this would fetch a fair sum at market. A fitting reward for a rigorous search. Tis a glad thing we rested.
We must not let down our guard.
Use these flames to smite our enemies.
I'll carefully conserve my strength and endeavor to survive every battle by way of sound strategy and defensive tactics. Continues. A result to be proud of.
What do ye want?
Do you know who you're dealing with?
treasure chest. Shall we see if we can't make our way over to it?
We are none of us alike in vocation. One should think we'll be able to counter whatever comes our way.
I see it as a glad thing. We are well poised to supplement each other's strengths.
Have you taken leave of your senses, Arisen? Very well. I shall return.
I am attentive and loyal, and prefer to remain by your side. In battle, where ought we to go now? Here we go again.
To arms!
By your lead.
I grant your weapon a magical boon.
Well done, Master.
Look there. I espy another statue.
Shall we search for a path to lead us to it?
Nicely done. Prepare yourself.
You hold the enemy focused, and I shall strike them down. A wise man.
I suppose there can be no harm in bringing this along.
We cannot expect gleaming treasures round every corner.
You have my protection.
You must cleanse yourself of that oil from hate. No one can defend themselves when grappled like this. I grant you roaring flame.
Well done.
I should be glad to assist you, Arisen.
Rally! Reinforcements have come to aid us.
I knew you would prevail, Master.
We can ill afford to grow overconfident. Our foe is not yet routed. Outstanding. No! The Arisen has been poisoned.
Arisen, to me! I shall heal you. Halt, if you please. Let me get that. I'll carefully conserve my strength and endeavor to survive every battle by way of sound. Where ought we to go now?
I'll go and open the chest.
Goblins, Master! Efficiency at its best.
Once more!
Be sure to avoid open flame.
Let my magic grant you an elemental boon.
This Oxguard was beset by assailants it could not shake. And this is the result.
The work of goblins, mayhap.
We ought to proceed with caution.
I can see a path just yonder, but how to reach it? Indeed. It seems so close, and yet so far away. That looks promising. Any ideas as to how we might reach it?
We have found a material.
I'm sure we'll find a purpose for it in due time. Use these flames to smite our enemies. Trounced our foe well and true. Overconfidence is an enemy in and of itself. Let us instead strive to better ourselves with every battle. I shall remain by your side.
The prison has been drenched.
we go again.
If battle cannot be avoided, 'tis fight or die.
I am well aware of the particulars.
I grant your weapon a magical boon.
Methinks we could move this boulder if we work together.
Would anyone care to push?
I shall heal you at once. Wait a moment.
I would gladly be of aid, Arisen. I am attentive and loyal, and prefer to remain by your side. The day grows darker with our every step.
We shall have to rely on our other senses, as the darkness robs us of our sight. A fine place to harvest some ingredients.
No harm in picking a few.
This seems a decent spot for a campsite.
Surely a rest can wait till after we've examined our surroundings.
I grant you roaring flame. Naught like a feast to get you ready for bed. Good sleep is the key to a good adventure.
Pray, have patience with me, Master. I've shared all I know. We did a fair bit of shopping the other day, didn't we? Though I do wonder how much of it was necessary.
A well-organized pack is my specialty. I'll see to it your burdens are shared between us pawns. Camp is the perfect place for swapping tales of our experiences. If I learn anything of import, you will be the first to know. Our master cuts a gallant figure in the throes of battle, but is no less striking here in the campfire's glow.
I feel refreshed and ready for a new day.
Come, we've much to be getting on with. Feeling rested, I trust. I'll collect that. You needn't trouble yourself.
Leave the finding of equipment-enhancing materials to me, Master. I shall sniff them out and mark them on your map. Suppose things
Come on! Try!
Wolf Master!
I shan't let them harm you.
Let my magic grant you an elemental boon.
Oh, where that came from? Shove off.
What?
What's your problem? Wag that tongue at me again, and I'll cut. Bugger off if you want to see the morrow.
We cannot break it from this side.
Really? Now?
I'd wager there's aught to be found here.
We ought to take a closer look.
I'm going to enjoy this.
Use these flames to smite our enemies.
Well done, Master. Product of heedlessness.
Stand firm! You are not alone! Look out, Arisen! We're under attack! Keep an opening. Focus your attack. Focused attack will end this spell. Fine form today. Let us not get ahead of ourselves. The battle continues. The enemy has called reinforcements. It seems they can match our might with strength of numbers. I will be your
Yon statue makes for a fine landmark. Shall we search for a path to lead us to it?
Be wary. Tis a foe we've not yet encountered. I grant your weapon a magical boon.
All together now! We attack as one!
Strike fast and true, and our quarry shall fall.
Understood.
If our destination is a distant one, travel by ox cart might be worth considering. It would allow us to save our strength, assuming we are not attacked, that is.
I grant you roaring flame. Be sure to avoid open flame. Keep on the meridian, and I'll strike them down. A wise one. I did my best to match your skill, Master. Tis but a flesh wound. It's enough to shame you.
I shan't allow any further harm to come to you.
We are none of us alike in vocation.
One should think we'll be able to counter whatever comes our way.
Let us utilize our individual strengths wherever possible.
One of us has been drenched!
No one can defend themselves when grappled like this.
Let my magic grant you an elemental boon. Well done.
You'll have a hard time spitting its well food at us now.
Forgive me for being a burden arisen. On my way! This is generally used as a material.
I'm sure we'll find a purpose for it in due time.
Another encounter? I ill like this. We are already hard from our previous
Use these flames to smite our enemies.
That was well fought. There's no one standing who might say otherwise.
Overconfidence is an enemy in and of itself. Let us instead strive to better ourselves with every battle.
I shan't let them harm you.
paths to victory are myriad. That strategy never would have occurred to me.
It's not what I expected.
I grant your weapon a magical boon. Just yonder. Looks to be a good spot for harvesting ingredients.
No harm in picking a few. I will protect you.
Master, I'm not sure how much longer I can keep going without rest.
I only hope we don't encounter any foes.
Mor avehum, morne kiriando. Svindemund fionar.
A common reward. Frustratingly so. We cannot expect gleaming treasure.
Lis fermor fatindome.
Anascinde aliale aciales.
No rest for the weary, it seems. We will be hard-pressed to find victory here if we cannot heal our wounds.
I grant you roaring flame.
I'll collect that. You needn't trouble yourself.
Oh, true to your word, you have come. Let us begin at once. I should like to observe your form first and foremost. So stand here and take your aim at yon targets.
Look there. Methinks I spy aught of use.
You have my gratitude. I learned much from you just now. In fact, I have made a discovery. Unlike those of elven make, bows crafted by other races are designed for keen aim. Is that not so? But I can see this is no revelation for you. I expect you thought this design common to all bows, yes? Not so for those of elven make, however. Our bows are crafted to guide not the hand, but the heart. Mayhap you will find the sentiment strange, but such is the perspective of elven kind. We are taught that arrows loosed with proper form will strike true, as if 'tis all a matter of poise. I admit, I find it rather baffling myself. Perhaps that is why my bowmanship has failed to improve. Yet with this bow, I begin to understand. Let us see if I fare any better now.
Huzzah!
What a feat! I can hardly believe it. Every last arrow found its mark. Dead center. This marvel is nothing at all like an elven bow. The design allows for ease of aim and steadfast flight of each arrow. To think that I should feel such a difference. Mayhap I am more suited to a bow of foreign make than one of my own people's. It is a strange thought, but how else to explain it? My arrows have not soared so true in all my days. I'd nearly given up on myself. Yet 'twould seem I am not without talent after all. My performance with this bow has divested me of such doubts. But the ingenuity of this design... If only my people would take heed. It is all very well to talk of honing one's form, but why should we not perfect the tool so integral to our customs? I am decided. I shall take this bow back to the arbor. With this as my weapon, I have no doubt I shall pass my trial of archery.
It seems Sir Glyndor's doubts no longer plague him. May his newfound confidence see him through his trial of archery.
Indeed, you are correct.
What do you want?
Naught like a feast to get you ready for bed.
Good sleep is the key to a good adventure. My talents lie in combining materials, and I'll use those in my camp. Is the perfect place for swapping tales of... A well-organized pack is my specialty. Where ought we to go now? Freshly rested as we are, this battle ought to be in our favor.
We must not let down our guard.
Use these flames to smite our enemies.
Come on, have action. This is how it ends.
I want to die. Not like this.
Defend themselves when grappled.
We are to retreat then.
Let us defer to the arisen judgment.
Right you are. I knew that I could count upon your strength, Arisen.
Turn out your pockets! Taking the
an opening. Focus your attacks.
Strike fast and true, and our quarry shall fall. Of course.
A fine place to harvest some ingredients. Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here? Well, that's one way to bridge a gap. Let us cross quickly, lest it move. Interesting. I shall have to inform my own master of this. Now that is a surprise.
I've just had a thought. Curious thing. One of my former masters chose to hire only women. I wonder why.
Each to their own. Employ lightning against this foe. I grant you roaring flame.
Seems we have an shot. Might we not use that range guard for that?
I am unaware.
Arisen! You're right.
Make the most of this opportunity.
A focused attack ought end this foe.
To prevent it from losing its temper.
How are we meant to attack it without angering it? I grant your weapon a magical boon.
Quickly, Arisen. You must regain your footing.
Ah, I'll take that. We might find a use for it.
Look there. I espy another statue. I can foresee no reason not to go see it up close.
I am attentive and loyal, and prefer to remain by your side. In battle, you're welcome to take whatever you like from my pack, Master. I'd gladly see you put what I find to good use.
When charged, be sure to avoid open flame. This might be worth a read.
Shall we take a closer look?
An ox cart ought to make our journey easy. Walking everywhere is certainly tiring.
This ox cart's bound for Vernworth. I'll not take you anywhere till I've had my due.
We have reached our destination. Mayhap we can employ a cart for our next journey.
Need anything? Stop by again soon.
I do so enjoy stocking up on supplies.
I hope our coin purse isn't too much.
Hail, friend. How fare you? 'Tis not long now ere I am to undertake the trial of archery. I thought it only right to tell you that, as you were the one who gifted me the bow that I'll be using. I was also rather hoping you would consider attending. No one could be worthier of witnessing this milestone in elven archery than you. Ah, but the path to the arbor is not easily found or followed. 'Twould be best I escorted you. There is a log bridge near the ruins where I train. I'll await you on the other side. Come find me when you are ready to make for the sacred arbor, the village of my people.
I've all manner of arms for sale. Come, have yourself a look.
This ladder looks sturdy enough to climb.
We ought to put it to good use.
Why, you there? Your presence is requested at the tavern this evening.
Go on, have a look. Many thanks.
Tell is, Vermund was once the Beastren kingdom.
Truly. Indeed. Though 'tis not widely known among the common folk.
Have you need of me?
Well met. You will soon forget the fatigue of a long journey when treated to... The foremost hospitality in all the... You know where to find. This inspires your... But misgivings.
Greetings. Welcome to the Guild Hall. Here we conduct all manner of procedures pertaining to vocations. If there is aught I may assist you with, simply say the word. Forgive me, but I'm afraid we are not. You see, as we currently have no archer staves or great swords on hand, we are unable to outfit new members. And we cannot simply purchase more, as the delivery of arms intended for the local armory and other guilds in this domain, so regrettably I cannot assist you. Unless you were to procure a weapon yourself, that is. Let me see. What else can I tell you of our guild? Certain vocations are unavailable at present, save to applicants who already possess the requisite equipment. Let me see. What else can I tell you? Methinks Roderick will be able to tell you all. He runs the local armory, and we purchase almost all of our stock from him. May fortune smile upon you, sir.
Whence might we procure such a thing?
I'll carefully conserve my strength and endeavor to survive.
I've nothing to share at present.
If 'tis discipline your company lacks, I can provide.
Pleased to make your acquaintance.
I know precisely when a curative is needed, Master. You'll never fall in battle so long as I'm... around. I am a fighter by trade. Send me to the...
"'Twas a fine journey we shared. Wherever your travels take you, I pray you go in health."
I hope I can count on you in a scrape.
You are wise indeed to have sought my aid.
serve with redoubled vigor this day.
Very well. I shall lend you my aid. You do seem to be in need of it.
At least I go knowing I fought to the best of my ability.
Ah, good. I see the Arisen's found someone to handle our busy work.
There is a rumor whispered among pawns that I've oft pondered. The gist of it is, when pawns travel beyond the rift, we can contract a peculiar illness that imperils the lives of those around us. At first, we are only restless and excitable. But in time, we become so unruly that even the Arisen holds no sway over us.
Can that really be true? I don't like the sound of it at all.
Welcome to the Star Drop-In. We serve all manner of fine ales here. Shall I pour you a cup to start you off? Sit back, relax, and enjoy the finest brews in all of Vernworth. Come back anytime. Well met, sir. Fancy a gander? Fine wares all.
Your Majesty, your timing is impeccable. I just thought to call for you. 'Tis not a matter for prying ears. Pray, let us speak out here.
Fine wares all. Whatever am I to do?
When did I get here?
As I informed you when last we spoke, the palace is filled with the Queen Regent's sycophants. Should Disa denounce your Majesty as a false arisen, few would elect to doubt her. Yet if we are to prove your identity, I believe there is no occasion more suitable than the coronation. It was delayed so that the sovereign, that is, the false arisen, could convalesce in the palace. But the date has now been set. The central players in the court ought all be in attendance. It would be a fine opportunity to display your Majesty's power. None would be able to deny that you are the true Arisen then. There is a problem, however. Entry to such an event is limited to the chosen few. Only select members of the nobility and citizens who have contributed greatly to Vermont's continued prosperity will be granted entry. If your Majesty is to be counted among them, you will need to attend to a number of tasks. Pray, allow me to summarize them for you. The citizenry have called upon my soldiers to cull monsters that plague the land. I dare say, 'twould be a fine contribution were you to accomplish these tasks unaided. What say you? Might I ask for your cooperation in this matter? I thank you, Your Majesty. There are 3 locales that have seen significant trouble of late. The first is Trevo Mine, to the northwest. We've had reports of goblins swarming in great numbers. Next is Half Village, west of Burnworth. I believe soldiers have already been dispatched to cull an infestation of saurians there. Finally, there is a call for someone to locate a group of soldiers tasked with delivering freight. They were last seen crossing the second bridge on the eastern edge of Vermont.
'Tis our duty to bring the beasts low.
We ought take the time to evaluate our fighting strength and equipment before setting out.
Good evening, sir. I trust you fared all right on the...
Shall we get some rest then? I returned safe and sound, and I dare say, wiser for my travels.
A good sleep does wonders.
Come. We've much to be getting on with.
I don't know about you, but I am full of vim and vigor.
Eyes on me. Not sure why I patrolled it.
A ladder, is it? How convenient.
Ah, excellent find.